Well, I never go out twice in one day, but the events are moving so fast. And hello, my baby gorillas. The events are moving so fast just now. We have now just seen another 2 resignations from the Conservative Party by the Euro fanatics. Stephen Dorrell and Neil Carmichael have now left the actual Conservative Party and have now joined the CUK party with Subri and Subri and Chuki brother, Chuki Munio. And they have basically now left, so the left of the Conservative Party, the Euro fanatics, the anti-democratic individuals in the Conservative Party are now abandoning the Tories. The Christian Democrats are now moving in to the new CUK party. And how long will it be till we see the 20 Social Democrats within the Labour Party moving into the Conservative Party? The CUK party. So we're seeing both from the Labour Party and now the Conservative Party now moving into this new CUK party, the Cuckoos. And now we've got to just heard through The Guardian, that absolute bastion of news, fake news. We have now seen that Ken Clarke, Mr. Bilderberg, sneaky, underhanded government himself, might join the CUK party himself. He might be the chief CUK in charge, which probably explains a lot, because I'm sure that Ken Clarke behind the scenes has been manipulating and actually doing the manoeuvres with the corporatist globalists, those that have now managed to wreck Brexit. So they were now seeing the moves towards a larger CUK party, this new centrist party, who are going to have to fight the Liberal Democrats, who effectively believe in pretty much the same things. So we've now got a number of centrist parties, but if Ken Clarke, the big beast in the jungle, who has got his other minions that are in the One Nation Conservatives within the Conservative Party, the people who don't want to deliver Brexit, are going to now join together with this new cuckold party, with Subri, who's calling everybody Nazis, but feels affronted when somebody calls her a Nazi. There's Lammy calling everybody Nazis, although he's in the most anti-Semitic party just now in British politics. Oh, it's so interesting. If Ken Clarke goes, that means, and then you've got Heseltine looking very old, I have to say. Still going on about the benefits of being in a non-democratic European Union that were now being forced. Even taking a referendum in the UK is now being ignored by the corporatist globalists, the CUCs, the Cuckold Party, the Ken Clarkes, who have managed to nebbishly, in the background, destroy the will of the British people. And 3 years later, we're now going into European elections after voting to leave the EU. But they're all starting to come to a head now. And the split, as I just said earlier on today, split in the Conservative Party is now getting even bigger. The rats are coming off the sinking ship of the Conservative Party and will also come off the Labour Party as well. It's only a matter of time, because nobody really likes the Marxists. I was speaking to a girl online earlier on, and she's saying, 100 million people died under Marxism and under communism. What's the big deal? I don't understand. What's the big deal about what's happening in Venezuela and the people eating out garbage bins because of people trying to implement Marxism again, which has failed in every country that's ever been tried. Yet Jeremy Corbyn, the extreme left, the loony left, is now potentially going to come to power. But the centrists, which Tony Blair and Gordon Brown would have been in the Social Democratic part of the Labour Party, and that they represent the same as basically Ken Clarke. I mean, these guys could actually all be in a party together, this new CUK party, that's going to fight against the democratic will of the British people. But at least they're coming out of the woodwork. At least we're able to see who and what they are. And only a matter of time before more left-wing Christian Democratic Conservatives leave and more Social Democrats leave. Now, Tom Watson is the person who's in charge of this group. He's been put in to shore up the dam after 8 Labour MPs resigned on the back of the anti-Semitism. Obviously, being a Marxist as Corbyn is, he'll understand that Marx had written The Jewish Question, which was anti-Semitic in itself, although Marx was from a Jewish lineage, but this was a deeply anti-Semitic. So when they showed the bankers, they had done this mural down in England, and they'd shown the bankers, the Jewish bankers, working off the backs of the working men and women, that Corbyn found this acceptable. But I mean, there's members of the British National Party and the National Front, all in the Labour Party. So I mean, it's I think Jeremy Corbyn's son has just employed somebody who used to be in the BNP. Yeah, Jerry Baton's going on defending a classical liberal like Carol Benjamin, and also Count Dankula. Marcus Meacham used to be a member of Antifa, and on the left of politics he's obviously moved to become a classical liberal, which is very much in the centre of British politics, but in the libertarian side, not the authoritarian side. So, Lammy's shouting about Nazis, called everybody Nazis who don't agree with him. Oh my goodness, who don't agree with the anti-democratic Eurofascism that he's putting out, that we're getting dictated to by 28 unelected commissioners who don't have a manifesto and are just pumping through the legislation. It's just absolutely incredible. I heard Majid Nawaz the other day, they're not doing a very good political compass in saying that Ken Clarke was a libertarian. Ken Clarke is certainly not. Ken Clarke is an authoritarian liberal, although he's in the centre as well, but Ken Clarke's a Eurofanatic and obviously not democratic. He's not wanted the democratic will of the referendum implemented, and he's also wanted us to remain within the undemocratic EU. Woof! I told you, it's so much fun in British politics these days. Oh my goodness. 3 MEPs, UKIP MEPs, have moved to the Brexit Party under Nigel Farage. Although I don't think, I still think the UKIP are now polling at 11% for the general election, which only when a Brexit party, whether it's the Brexit Party or UKIP, and the difficulty is now they've split the vote. I think for the general election they should certainly talk about coming together, but only because they're splitting the vote, then it's going to be more difficult to get a consolidated Brexit party in the general election. The local elections are good to actually have a power base and develop a party through that, through the actual local authorities, and it's good to have a voice, because the MEPs are not very powerful, or not. They're certainly not there to implement legislation. They're there just to say yes or no on what's being dictated to by the 20 unelected commissioners in the European Parliament. But it gives them a voice, and Nigel Farage has done an excellent job in the European Parliament actually speaking about various matters, which has obviously highlighted how undemocratic the EU and how much the one world globalist that Ken Clarke represents, the part of the move towards a one world government, a one world currency, has been the signing up to the Barcelona process and the Union of the Mediterranean, and allowing basically open borders, immigration. There's Shania Begum, who's now gone out and joined ISIS and now giving legal aid to come back into the UK, which I knew that would actually happen. A direct threat to the people who are here. Yet our government are banning Lawrence Sutherland and other YouTubers from America and the UK. America is now banning Avi Yemeni, who have done a couple of interviews with, a lovely fellow from the US, because he basically did a reverse sting on Comedy Central, who basically tried to set him up on a sting. Oh, and then he's banned from the US for absolutely no reason whatsoever, other than the FBI, the deep state. Comedy Central has got so much power that they can manipulate the FBI to prevent him coming to the US to conduct interviews by saying something's terrorist. Yet we have got actual terrorists from the Middle East and imams coming into the UK and being allowed to spread hate round the mosques in the UK. And that's because of the Conservative government, and that's because of CUKs like Ken Clark and his Bilderberg group, his secret nebbishy Bilderberg group, who have got moves towards a one-world, undemocratic, fascist government where we'd have a political authoritarian class governing us, just like in the EU, and no ability to implement democratic rights. We would basically lose our democracy. Oh, it's absolutely chilling, unbelievable. So the only way, and we saw UKIP get one MEP last time, and obviously the SNP are a heavy Remain party, but it's not going to really matter getting people into it. Will matter up to a point, and I wouldn't say don't vote. You should definitely go out and vote. That's what it's there for. There's this sort of thing about not voting because the referendum's not been implemented. You must go out and vote. You must vote against these people. You can't just sit at home and say, I'm not voting because I didn't get my way. You must go out and vote and take these people out. That's why we have a democracy. We can change the political class if we don't like them. But it's becoming obvious who the anti-democratic forces are, and that this is this new CUK party. Even Tony Blair could be. Tony Blair's a CUK. Who else is a CUK? John Major's a CUK. Gordon Brown's a CUK. May's a CUK. They're all CUKs, even though they come from the Labour Party and the Conservatives, because there's not much ideological difference between the Social Democrats within the Labour Party and the Christian Democrats within the Conservative Party, all of whom are basically authoritarian liberals who don't respect democracy and don't want you to have your democracy. So if I said to you Ken Clark was the underlying nebbishy, but Amber Rudd, there's probably a good few like Hammond as well. He's a CUK as well. These are all Christian Democrats. I left LP a year ago, Labour Party ago, because people like Watson, Lammy and Corbyn. Yeah, hypocrisy. Yeah, that's right, Sharon. That's quite right. Quite right. Tell you that. I can't read the well. I'll read them more. And as for Begum, her family get legal aid. Restore citizenship to a traitor and a murderer when hard-working people. That's right. Well, that's right. So yeah, that's completely right, Sharon. So let me tell you, I was held in Dubai for 2 years without a legal ability to work. I was attacked by a UAE state taxi driver. The UAE state taxi driver admitted that about me, and he lied that I hadn't taken money out the ATM. I was denied legal access to a lawyer, and I've been denied any legal aid to actually fight against the Home Office for not providing any sort of humanitarian assistance. The Foreign Office, I wasn't given any. They knew from when I was put in jail. They knew that I was put in jail, and they knew I wasn't legally allowed to work. So for 2 years I was allowed to starve on the streets. The FCO did nothing, and yet we are inviting in these people who hold an ideology that I know, because when I was in jail I read the Quran, and it says to kill and rape you. That's what it says in the Quran. Now, people can lie, but this is what's been happening since the 7th century with Islam. And there we see in America, we've got the new Muslim congresswoman who is talking about some people did something bad. Well, if you look at Turkey, 3 million people, Christians, all the Christians were murdered in Turkey. There is no Christians in Turkey anymore. Christian used to be called Byzantine, and it was a Christian country. Constantinople is now Istanbul. So that's only happened over the last 500 years, and we saw many invasions, the white slave trade by the Turks in North Africa against people in Europe. I don't know if they were getting reparations for that as well. So it's going to be the Brexit Party. Nigel Farage, we've got a lot of respect for him. I've also got a lot of respect for Jerry Baton. I think it was a big mistake to split this vote. I don't think the UKIP are alt-right or right-wing or extreme right is the way that Mog's been actually suggesting. I think some of the guys like Marcus Meacham, he's a lovely fella, and Carol Benjamin, who takes on extreme feminism. I think we all believe in women, equality for women. I certainly do as well, but I don't believe in this Marxist third wave feminism, which is extreme communism. That's basically what the new Marxism is, or the new feminism is. It's very much a man-hating, and I know the vast majority of women are not like that, and don't actually support that either. But we've got people in the UK that think Marx is okay. It seems that it's almost like being a Nazi or National Socialist and saying, oh, well, you know, 6 million Jews died, well, you know, it's not that bad. We did that again, we would get it right the next time. Oh my goodness, I mean, really? And we've just seen it getting done again in Venezuela. What AOC needs to do is, rather than being in America, she needs to be dumped down in Venezuela, and let's see how she gets on down there. It's failed never, even in places like Ethiopia. The Ethiopian famine, I just found out recently, was due to communism or a communist government in Ethiopia. And I love the Ethiopians. I've got a lot of friends that are Ethiopians as well.